behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Bash TV. Palm Bash TV.
Well, hello there. It's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another great interview coming up in just a moment, but before we begin, don't forget about that subscribe and bell buttons below you there. You'll always be notified of any new episodes whenever they're available. If you'd like to comment on the comment section below, you're welcome to. We'd love to hear from you. And if you pay attention to the description part as well as the closing credits at the end of the show, you'll find contact info so you can contact me, and we'd love to hear from you there. So stay tuned for that. From Taupo, New Zealand, we have Steve Wright with us today. Very talented artist as usual, and I think you're really going to enjoy this interview, and we're going to get to that in a second. But first, here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show. So don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
It is Caden from the Caden Gordon Show. Today's best country mix. Check out my show at thecadengordonshow.com.
Okay, we're back, and with us from Taupo, New Zealand, we have Steve Wright with us. Thanks for joining us, Steve.
That's brilliant. No, it's great to be here, Paul. I want to thank you so much for your time. I feel really privileged to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We're glad to have you here. When did you decide you wanted to be an artist? I mean, I'm sure ever since you were a little kid you wanted to be one, but maybe you fell into it much later. Everyone has their own story. Let's hear yours.
Oh, wow. Okay, so my story is I was on a bus. We were on a school trip, and we were on a bus, and we were going to the gold mines. We didn't find much gold, otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here today. And one of the girls was really sick on the bus, and it was a stinking hot day. It was a really old bus, no air conditioning in those days. And we had to pull over while she was sick. And in short, basically, she got off the bus, and then the bus driver goes, "Does anyone know a song?" So we had lots of bands. I'm originally from Australia, so we had lots of bands at that time, like AC/DC and amazing bands. And so they said, "Oh, yeah, Steve knows a song. He'll sing us a song," because the radio wasn't working. So everyone said, "Steve will sing us a song. He knows songs." And I got all of a sudden pushed out into the aisle. And then sort of, yeah, when you get pushed out of the aisle, everyone's cheering and you find your way up to the front. Anyway, so like I said, we had all these amazing rock bands like AC/DC and Little River Band and stuff like that. So when I got up to the microphone, the guy's going, "Okay, what are you going to sing? You're going to sing AC/DC, Little River Band?" And I turned to him and I said, "No, I would like to sing Toreador." And he was like, "Oh, okay, well, that's different." So I started to sing Toreador, and he thought, well, he said, "Steve's going to sing Toreador." So in short, I started singing Toreador, and he turned around in amazement, and the whole bus was singing Toreador. And I was walking back to my seat, and the girl that was sick was getting back on the bus, and she said, "Thank you, Stephen." And I got back to my seat, and I always wanted a window seat. And my mate said, "You can have the window seat." So I thought, wow, if I can get a window seat, I'd love to sing. But more importantly, it made everybody feel good. And that's where it all started.
Well, that's great. That's quite a story there. And it went all the way back to when you were a little kid, I guess.
Yeah, 8 years old. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you decided, on choosing the music route. I'm sure you've got more years ahead of you, so I hope you have good luck with that. Why don't you tell me about some of the influences? I know you mentioned like AC/DC and that. Maybe they're one of your influences, but tell us a few of them.
Probably the greatest influence would be Bach, really. Bach, classical, rock and roll and blues. Probably the Doors would be one of them. Fantastic band, a lot of Southern rock, great stuff like Leonard Stinnett, And hey, you're just down the road. I'll just go on a journey here. You're just down the road or you're in an amazing part of the world near Muscle Shoals Sound. I think that opened via memory in around late 60s, I think it was. With some awesome bands like the Rolling Stones, another great influence. Sorry, I don't need to digress here, but Bob Seger, Cher, all those fantastic acts, they just recorded just around where you are, and Willie Nelson, of course. So, yeah, all those sort of people, they're great, great influences. And wow, some of the sounds they would have brought to your area as well. And you guys capturing it. So, so grateful for that. We're really, really grateful for you doing that.
Yeah, those are great bands. The Doors, like you said, Leonard Skinner, Willie Nelson. Really the great legends right there.
Mm.
Um, well, how can we find your music? I mean, I'm sure you're on all streaming platforms, but do you have an official website? Tell us on social media, so forth. I mean, everyone would like to check you out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I'm at www dot, everyone's a W dot, I don't know if you need that anymore. Just go S for sugar and G for gliders. So that's sgtunes.com. You can't go wrong. You'll find me there. And yeah, I'm on Spotify. You can always search Revolution Girl on Spotify. I think it's got about 50,000 hits or something like that. So that's pretty good. I'm really grateful for everybody doing that. And yeah, so the normal links, YouTube as well. Sugar Gliders NZ on YouTube as well. You can search that. But if you search Revolution Girl, you'll find me as well. Hmm.
Okay, well, check out Steve Wright and all those things he said, and I know he would love hearing from you. And
Mhm.
this song we're about to play now, it's called what is it here? Whiskey Train. That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds like a great song. Is there a story behind this song?
there's an amazing story behind that. I'm so glad you asked me that story. Um, as long as I can tell you the whole story before Christmas, we should get through the interview. No, amazing story. And what happened was I was on a holiday with my ex-wife at the time, and we were in Thailand, and we were staying at a hotel, and it wasn't quite up to the standard of what we thought it was, and it was well. Something went wrong with the system, and no disrespect to the lovely people of Thailand or any people at that time, just wasn't the right day at the right time. Anyway, so we went to the police. So went to the police in I can't remember where it was. It might have been in one of the islands where we were staying in Thailand. And when you go to the police and you see the police drinking whiskey outside the police station, you know you're in for an interesting situation. So we asked for some reimbursement and we didn't really get far, but some lovely, lovely people in Thailand stepped up and helped us and apologized immensely. So you'll hear some lines in the song where it goes, it talks about Bangkok, because when I was in Bangkok, I walked down the wrong streets. And like in any city, you can always walk down the wrong streets, a bit shady or whatever. And the it turned around and there was a teacher that appeared from nowhere. You'll hear that in the song as well. And she led us both at the time could see we were lost, and she led us both to the gates of the king of Thailand. Um, not to be confused with the great man himself, Elvis, but this was another king. This was the king of Thailand.
Mhm.
So she led us to those gates, and we turned around to thank her, and she disappeared. So it all talks about that, and really encaptures that whole situation of, well, the train being at the train and hear the speaker calling your name and stuff like that, and all those sorts of situations. Yeah, feel free to pick out what it looks at for everybody, and it talks about how there was so much fog over the city and how you couldn't really see hope beyond the horizon. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, well, like I said, I've listened to it a couple of times. It's a really great song, and you guys out there are gonna love it too. And we're gonna get to that in a second. But Steve, we want to thank you so much for coming on today. We enjoyed it, and we would love to have you back on sometime if you want to plug anything new in the future.
Yeah, I'd love to plug Wellington Indie Fest. Um, yeah, so yeah, that'd be awesome. You can see I've got the backdrop there for Wellington Indie Fest. where we're going to with Wellington Indie Fest. It's an amazing event. I'll just tell you a little bit about it. It's going to be a lot of raw talent, a lot of electric energy sort of smashes together and collides. I've had that running since 2019. I'm going to bring 7 epic bands right across the country here in New Zealand. They're going to converge on the Valhalla from 2 p.m. till 8 p.m. on Sunday, the 25th of May. So it's going to be like a whole blending of different styles: solo acoustic, indie, grunge, psychedelic grunge, alternative, and rock. Each artist will get 30 minutes, and we'll be performing this particular song there as well.
Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, here is Whiskey Train with Steve Wright that begins right now.
How you going, Bill? How are you? Good? Yeah! think we're warmed up now.